So, is that Shiki at the end of the chapter?
Could be.
Do you want it to be Shiki, or do you have other options that you would rather it be? Where are you right now?
Shiki's probably the most interesting
You
at
think
this
so?
point. Yeah, because it's like he's not gonna come back as a good guy, and Shiki's the type to ally and cause problems. So if Shiki's the one, then it's probably the most interesting thing. That's why I don't think it's Shiki. I think Shiki does come back eventually.
He's too good.
It's too good. I was like, nah, not like this. Scopper is wholesome just because we get the reuniting. In a way, we see the Roger Pirates again. We get to somewhat have his side of the story. We get Rayleigh's perspective. Now we get his perspective. We can see how he felt about Buggy back in the day, how he felt about Shanks back in the day. And then what does he have to teach the Straw Hats? Like, this is the next step. Where has he been? What has he been doing? That would be really, really interesting if it's Scopper. So I'm leaning towards Scopper, or it's a troll and it's a random character and Oda just makes him look like Scopper and Shiki, which would be devastating. But the character would be really important. The character would be really important, but it'd be devastating considering like what we could get with Shiki and Scopper Gaban.
Yeah, and I've dibble-dabbled in the Japanese community as well. It looks like people really like Scopper and Shiki as well. It looks like the whole world has mind roped into this one idea that it's one or the other, which makes me feel like it's not going to be either one. Like I'm just imagining it's like Enel or something silly, or like Bellamy the hyena.
Bellamy's crazy. You love you some Bellamy.
Why is he here?
I would say that this is just, Oda playing with the fandom. It'd be crazy if like we never meet this guy while we're here.
Oh like, my god, that's the worst possible outcome.
Like we're here, we never meet this guy. What's the worst possible outcome?
That could be kind of fun. It could be like a horror movie, right? Where like I'm sure you've seen like a horror movie where like, oh my god, like the house is creaking, and then eventually they find out it's some guy like rocking the house like outside, like some actual human being, and they're like, oh, it was a person this whole time, and then they leave the house, and then you see the house is still shaking even though the guy's been arrested. It's like one of those things, right?
Yeah.
No, it's like Insidious. Like in the first Insidious movie, they think they exorcise the demon, and then at the very end, it's like the iconic scene where the red-faced guy is like this right behind him.
Right.
And that's where the movie ends.
Insidious.
Yeah, it's like that.
Wait, was that a good movie?
It's okay.
All right. I expected that from you.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Everything's okay until it isn't. But
a good horror movie, I'm gonna say it right here. You've been giving me flack for not having good movies. Barbarian. That's a good movie.
What is that?
It's about like this one girl. She moves to like a new town for a little bit for a job, and she Airbnbs before she can buy a house. And she Airbnbs, and it turns out there's a guy already there. And it's like she's like, oh, this is weird. And he's like, yeah, but I mean, it's raining. We're already here. They double booked us. Let's just stay. And then it turns out that something's weird with the house. And then that's pretty much it. I don't want to spoil it. It came out like 2 years ago. It's a really good movie. Highly recommend it.
What is it on?
I think it's on all the streaming platforms. It's either on Hulu or Amazon Prime, if I had to guess.
I'm gonna check it out just to
good
dissect
plot
it and
twist. Good plot
prove that
twist.
it's a terrible movie.
No, you won't be able to. You
already know Sy's taste in his movies and stuff like that, but
yeah. That's my best argument. Good one, Brago.
So Barbarian's probably just okay, but we'll see. We'll see. But no, I do think Oda is playing with the fandom. It's almost like, I mean, it's funny because Oda kind of gives like YouTubers layups sometimes. Because I don't know if you remember that chapter in Wano where it was Hiyori like bending over and it looked like Enel's ear. I remember that chapter.
Yeah, I remember the Enel theories were so good. I knew in my heart it was not Enel. Like there's no way it would be Enel. It makes no sense. But it's fun. It's a fun answer, man.
It's fun.
Enel helping Kinnymon and everybody else. And you saw the theory. It made sense. They're like, oh, Enel, he's using electricity as a defibrillator.
Sky Island? It was so much BS.
They're in the sky. It's him.
I remember for that chapter, I'd use because I used to use the numbers for the review, and I put like an image behind it.
Yeah.
And I said, "It's not him, is it?" I was like, "No way." I think I said, "There's no way it's him." And I had
hashtag Enel.
Yeah. And then it was like, okay, all right. You know,
Yeah.
it's indeed not Enel. I mean, obviously it wasn't fucking Enel, but it was fun, like you said. And then people were so mad. You're like, why would you do this? This is it. I'm like, come on, bro.
Yeah, people who haven't like kept up with One Piece in the past like 2 years, they're like, oh, now my favorite character's back,
Yeah,
and then they click on
up.
it, and then they see that stupid silhouette. And then they hear the context of why it's Enel, like, oh, Enel's actually using electricity to restart their hearts.
They hated it, but it was I loved it. I thought it was amazing. So
Yeah,
I don't care.
I mean, this silhouette, like, it's so interesting because like it's like you said, there's so many things that point towards Shiki.
Yeah. And Oda was teasing Shiki and Wano.
Yeah, it
Bro,
doesn't
teased
feel
it.
like Shiki. Like, yeah, he's been teasing Shiki with God Valley, with the SBS. It's just like all the media around Shiki as well.
Did we see this guy before? Like in Elbaph, somebody was like,
come on, then. Yeah, this is him.
Right? He's the same guy. He was
Yeah,
on the
the same guy.
hillside. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
the same spiky hair, the same hat, and both images, I gotta say, like, again, another alley-oop for Shiki, but then again, like, we're One Piece YouTubers, right? We gotta be skeptical, but they're not showing the legs, man.
you
Like,
can't.
the first time you didn't see the legs, this time you
can't
also
show the
don't see the
legs.
legs.
you can't show the
Oda has
head.
shown us leg silhouettes before.
You can't show the legs, can't show the head, because then you know it's not Shiki. So you have to keep both of those things ambiguous. Oda
He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing. So it's like,
He's
yeah,
a masturbator.
Yeah.
He's baiting us, dude. We're like
Yeah.
catfishing a channel.
Yeah. Yeah, the supreme masturbator. But I think for him, it's just a situation where it's like, he knows his characters, he knows his fan base. You know, like what you put out there, what people are going to react to. So it's like, yeah, I'm going to tease Shiki and Wano. And so I'm going to remind people exactly what Shiki is. And then boom, it's like we drop this guy on the cover story and we never reveal who he is. It's like, I mean, it got to be Shiki, but why would Crocus meet with Shiki? You know, that makes no sense.
Yeah.
But then it's like, okay, it could be Scopper, but like, what is Scopper just doing hanging around Elbaph? And Shiki is Shiki and Elbaph. Shiki said he's going to come back 20 years later, but like, it wasn't a canon movie. But then we go back to, what was
Strong
Volume
World?
0?
Oh, Volume 0, yeah.
0, and it's like, that's canon, technically. And so it's just, Shiki's going to come back. Shiki's a canon character. So at what point do you reintroduce Shiki? Is Shiki not going to come back? So Oda is keeping our minds active with this character. But I think we're going to be disappointed, and it's not going to be Shiki. But the Shiki talks for the next week is going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. And the thing with Shiki, and this is true for Scopper as well, but if it is one of them, we could finally learn about God Valley because they were there. They witnessed those events, which is why I think it's important to get one of those characters eventually, right? Like they sit us down. They're like, hey, Roxy's a back, man. You know, Goldie, Roger, the Gorosei. Like we could get so much out of these characters. And I think that's why Shiki's such a good answer. You know, if it is Shiki, we can finally put him down and then Oda doesn't have to, you know, be scared every night about the float no me.
I would say even if it is Shiki, it's going to be a situation where at the end of the day, Oda's not going to give us all of God Valley.
Yeah.
It's going to be
It's
a
like bits and
perspective.
pieces.
Like, remember in Kuma? Like, Oda gave us just enough for me to start to think he was going to give us God Valley. I was like, no way he's doing this, right? No way he's doing this. And as soon as I started to believe he's going to give us God Valley, he's like, no God Valley. He's going to be the same thing with Shiki, where Shiki's like, he starts giving us his perspective on God Valley, and then Oda's going to be like, no. Like, I'm trying to think, who's the perfect character for Oda to give us, like, the entire God Valley backstory? From, like at what
Roger.
point? So after the One Piece.
Roger or Blackbeard. Or not Blackbeard, Garp. Garp with Blackbeard.
Why Garp or Blackbeard?
Because Blackbeard currently has Garp in chains.
Right.
So maybe Blackbeard will interrogate him, ask what happened there, what happened to Rocks, or ask what happened to the treasure of Hachinosu even.
Right.
I think there's a lot of things Blackbeard could get out of Garp. And then maybe if Garp's not cooperative, of course, we can go the pudding route with the memory fruit. So.
Okay. I'm not
I
too
think
mad
that's
at
pretty
that.
plausible. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too mad at that. It's just, I think in general with the God Valley thing, it's hard to see Oda focusing on one thing and just giving us the entire God Valley flashback, because I feel like at that point that is the ultimate flashback that we want. So it's just like,
will we get it though? I mean, the Rocky Port thing, man. I mean, Oda just said, "Hey, I'm never gonna show this, so here you go." Like, what if God Valley is the same way?
I think God Valley is way more important than the Rocky.
Yeah, I know. I agree. You know, but like, what if Oda did it though?
Oda, I mean, if Oda doesn't show it in the manga, then you got to give us a
spin-off movie. Yeah,
a movie. You got to give us a God Valley movie, because even if it's like, because it doesn't matter, right? If it's a God Valley movie, even if you give us the details of it or the summary of it, you can say, "Oh, this is based off of God Valley," but everything that happens in this movie is not canon.
Yeah,
we wouldn't care. It's just like, because of the people that's in it and how hyped it's been in the story. If you give us a God Valley movie, everyone's tuning in, no matter what.
Ooh, it could be Film God.
Okay. All right. I mean, as long as you get the God Valley movie, I'm okay with the name. Yeah. Film God, sure. I expect a movie announcement before the end of the year, or either early next year.
We've been saying that, bro. I feel like we've been saying that ever since Film Red dropped. Like, yo, they're gonna announce the next film, and then
Wasn't
the Jinbei voice actor talked about
I feel like
it.
It's every 2 years we get like a drop. So like, Film Red was 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, Film Red was 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, 2022. Wow. So we might be 2025. Yeah. So it's around the time for a One Piece. A new One Piece film. So
yeah, especially with how much money it makes, and it's not like canon even, you know, like they could just pump those out every 2 years, man. Like, with how much money Film Red and all these other One Piece movies make, I would have like a constant staff pumping these out. I'd have like 5 movies working at the same time.
Isn't
like,
Film Red top 10?
Those Chinese factories would be going crazy. What's up?
Isn't Film Red top 10 right now?
I think so.
Yeah, I believe it's top 10. Like,
grossing anime movies.
I know JJK was in the top 10. I believe Film Red is in the top 10.
Film Red, it doesn't look like it's in the top 10. Well, maybe it is. Maybe I just missed it. What's it called again? Film Red? Oh yeah, it's number 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, $246 million is how much it made, USD.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember like looking at the top 10 thing. JJK was number 10. For JJK 0.
Yeah. Number 1 is Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer, yeah. Is it Mugen Train?
Yeah, it doubled Film Red, dude. I mean, I can't blame Demon Slayer. I can't blame Demon Slayer for wanting to go the movie route. Yeah, they're doing 3 movies back to back to back.
Yeah, it was canon.
And it makes sense.
It was canon, so it's a situation where it's like, I understand why more people would watch Demon Slayer. So yeah, I'm definitely there for it. But for One Piece, I don't know if they would ever go that route, to be honest, just because of how Oda and how much Oda would have to dedicate himself to like making sure things match up with the movie and continuing the manga and the anime. He's already, so it's just, I don't see it happening. I don't.
I think they could do it.
Canon movie?
Yeah. I mean, if they don't do it with their current story in the anime, maybe they do it with the Wit Studio remake. Maybe they take over and do it.
That's one of the things I'm just like, I'm super excited for the remake, but then I'm really scared as well, because with this remake, it's a situation where different voice actors, different sound effects, different OSTs, it's going to be a different interpretation altogether. And so it's just like, not only how am I going to react to it, how are the people going to react to it not hearing something that they're used to, you know, and like a completely different interpretation of it. Now, everybody kind of loved the fan letter, which, you know, was different, but if it's in that mold, maybe, but I just wonder how people are going to receive it.
Bro. I feel like a lot of older fans, I feel like 50% of them will really like it. 50% will say, oh, no, the OG's way better. You know, stick with the original. But I'm pretty open to trying a lot of new things out, you know, believe it or not. So I'm really open to it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's a great way to get new people into the anime who thought that One Piece was too long. You know, it shortens it up. I think they're going to add a lot more lore details as well. Now that they know where the story's going, now that we have all the insights about the characters via Vivre card and SBSs.
Yeah.
I think they can really cook with it.
Yeah, it's possible. They could definitely go crazy, but it's just I just based on how One Piece fans can be, where people can be, One Piece fans can be super elitist, where it's just certain things they want it done a certain way, and so it's just with the remake. The more I think about it, the more it's like everything is going to be different. Like everything is going to be different.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited, but I'm also apprehensive.
I mean, that's fair. I feel like that's the normal reaction to it, right? I mean, even the One Piece animators from Toei are kind of scared of it too.
I mean, Toei's been stepping up their game. I know you don't bang with the anime like that. But
I said Egghead Island is fantastic, but twist my words however you want.
I feel like Toei's been great. Like guys, we know Sai hates the One Piece anime, but
I love it. I watch it weekly, man.
I feel like they've been doing a great. You watching Fishman Island?
Yep.
How's that been? I haven't watched anything other than the first episode.
Oh, you love it. That seems like the type of anime you'd really enjoy.
Fishman Island?
Oh yeah.
Nah. Here's the thing. I watched the first episode and I was like, okay, they're not doing many of these things. It's just quick and pace. It's fine. It's cool, but it's like it's not very different.
Yeah, it's not that different.
Yeah.
I mean, they're working with what they have. They can't add any new scenes and they can't change scenes per se. Like they're just taking old scenes and just remasking it. That's all they're really doing.
Yeah.
So they haven't added anything
really
new at all.
Some of the scenes look really bad with the new filter.
Oh.
This is this is terrible.
Yeah, because they can't do any fluid movements in it. Like they have to stick with the old format.
Yeah.
So they can't do much. Their hands are tied.
I might catch up to it just to stay current because I did want to rewatch Fishman Island. So, but
yeah,
I'm not.
So back to the Shiki character. They have what seems to be a gas mask on. Do you see that?
I was looking at it and I was like, is it a gas mask? I was like, are they eating something?
Could be a beard.
Beard?
Yeah, because Shiki has this weird chin, right? Doesn't he? Yeah, Shiki has a weird chin beard. I mean, it could be that. Maybe it would look a little bit different though.
Think he grew it out?
Yeah, I mean, Shiki's beard is kind of grown out already.
But
I mean, Shiki's beard is spiky though. This is more rotund. That's why I think it might be a gas mask.
Over time, he kind of grew it out, and Blackbeard, his beard got bigger. It's
yeah. Well, Blackbeard's beard got bigger. I thought you said Whitebeard at first. I was like, well, Whitebeard has a fake mustache, but
yeah, fake. You don't think it's real?
Whitebeard's mustache? No, dude.
You don't think it's Whitebeard? You don't think Whitebeard's mustache is real?
No, it's not real. What? It's fake.
No, I think that's real, bro.
Dude, Whitebeard's dude, I bet that's a hidden attack of his. He whips it out and he throws it like a boomerang.
No, bro. I think it's just his hair just grows differently on his face. That's why he never grew a beard out.
You think so? You think that's the reason?
Yeah, I think it'd be grow weird. It'd obstruct his eating. Imagine his beard growing up.
Okay, I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at the One Piece wiki to see if there's any hidden lore behind the mustache.
I don't think you're gonna find anything, bro. I think Whitebeard's beard. I mean, Whitebeard's mustache is real. The mustache is real.
Later in life, he grew the prominent crescent-shaped mustache.
There you go.
No, okay, but we didn't see him grow it though. It's just the wiki taking liberties.
Bro, he
here.
wouldn't put it on his back if it wasn't real, bro. He wouldn't put it on his children if it wasn't real, bro. It's real.
I mean, maybe it's real to him. That's his One Piece, bro, right? The One Piece is real. The mustache is real.
Whitebeard wouldn't lie to us. I mean, it's so strange that this guy's called Whitebeard with a white mustache. That doesn't look real.
Not even a beard. Even when he was younger, he didn't have a beard, right?
Yo, now I'm looking at Whitebeard, and I'm looking at this how ridiculous the mustache looks. It's so ridiculous. like, what the fuck? It's like, and we love him so much. It almost like in all the pictures I'm looking at, it's almost like somebody superimposed this thing everywhere.
It's really funny because somebody like photoshopped an image of what he would look like without the mustache, and he has like a crazy gap in between his nose and his mouth if you get rid of the mustache too. Yeah, Whitebeard's kind of cursed. He's kind of like the peak of the old generation, right? Like the guy you just try your best not to laugh at.
Yeah,
Pika has the crazy voice. Whitebeard has the stupid mustache.
He's one of the OGs, bro. You don't laugh at the OGs.
Yeah, I wouldn't laugh at him. He's like Hulk Hogan. I respect it.
Yeah, I love Whitebeard. I love it.
But do you like Hulk Hogan?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah. I guess I like Hulk Hogan. I don't hate him. I guess I'm indifferent. Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna say that, but
Hulkmania was like a great era though.
I wasn't a wrestling guy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's surprising you were a wrestling guy.
Just a little bit. I mean, a lot of my cousins watched it, so I tuned in.
So
I thought it was a lot of fun.
I've seen like matches. Like I wasn't like, yo, I got to turn on Monday Night Raw.
I mean, one of my favorite characters was Rey Mysterio.
That makes sense.
Yeah, just the 619. Was that him?
I don't know. One of my favorite characters was
the 619. Yeah.
Mr. 316. Who's
Mr. 316?
I don't know. I think I made that up.
Yeah, I looked up Mr. 316 and it's a car. No, it's a wheel.
Mr. 316 wrestler? Did he put wrestler?
Oh no, I didn't put here. Let me put wrestler.
Yeah.
No, Stone Cold Steve. I mean, he's not 316.
What is it?
Wait, 316 is Austin's day. Stone Cold Steve Austin's day.
Okay. So I remembered it correctly. There you go. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
You did not remember anything correctly.
You say that's his day, right? 316.
Oh no, you're right. He has a shirt that says Austin 316.
316.
What? Why?
316, bro. Come on, man. I don't know. I don't know how. But
are you a Stone Cold Steve Austin fan?
I am.
You didn't remember his name until this. You just remembered numbers.
No, I knew his name, but I was just like, I wanted people to get it from like the number. I thought the number. I didn't know the number was correct, but that's what.
Oh, you're like Oda, right? That was like your version of a silhouette.
Exactly. That was like a foreshadow.
Yeah. Oh man. So this silhouette though, like. If it's Scopper, dude, would you want him to like train the Straw Hats if it's him? Because Rayleigh trained us. Would you want Scopper to like, beef us up a little bit?
Bro, they don't need anything though. Like, what are we doing? What are we trying to create this super team? They don't need a training. But I think if anything,
Scopper knows how to hurt the Gorsei though. Like, what if he's like, oh, this is how Roger did it?
I like that.
Like back in the day, Roger struggled with Saturn, but he found one way to hurt him. The one scar Saturn has is from Roger. What's up?
If it's a way to hurt the Gorsei, it'd be a situation where Luffy is the only one that learns it, and that would suck.
No, that would suck. I mean, give it to the whole crew. Maybe it's like a Haki related thing, or maybe it's I feel like it might be Haki related, but
do you think the entire crew is ever going to have Haki?
The entire crew, no. I thought that at first.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I thought like post time skip they'd all have Haki, but the minute I saw that Oda wasn't going to do that, I think around like Dressrosa, Whole Cake Island, I realized that Oda wants to go the route that the Straw Hats are balanced, right? Blackbeard's all about devil fruits, Shanks is probably all about Haki, the Straw Hats are like half and half. And we also have a lot of natural ability as well, like a bunch of different ones, like Usopp, for example. He found like the pop greens in his like wacky fighting style. Nami has weather. Frankie has robotic stuff. I think that's the route he wants to go. Just like give them abilities that bridge the gap of Haki, which is fine. But you also have Logias that need to be hit by Haki. So there's some downsides to that. But
yeah, I think it's a situation in regards to this that post time skip, how Oda handled Haki was like somebody like Robin didn't have Haki. I was like, okay, they're not gonna get it. Robin, who's the person who's always in the ultimate search for information. She's been on the run since she was a kid. She doesn't know Haki. It's the
same with Frankie. Like Frankie's a brawler, dude. His willpower is crazy.
And so like after that, it was like, yeah, they're not gonna get Haki. Usopp developing observation makes sense considering like who his dad is and then who we expect his matchup to be in the future.
Yeah.
So it's kind of necessary for the others. I can see Robin developing it, but like Robin should know it already. Like she's 30, But
yeah, that flower is already bloomed. You know what I mean?
yeah, absolutely. So she should have it, but.
Yeah,
it is
I mean,
what it is.
Haki's a fickle thing. Which the first character that introduced us to the concept of Haki was Enel. Do you think Enel is going to make a comeback here in Elbaph? Do you think this guy actually is Enel? He like grew out his hair.
No, I don't think Enel comes back in Elbaph. First of all, I don't even know when Oda brings back Enel because
he's not an easy character to bring back. You could bring back Bellamy and Smoothie as a couple before you can bring back Enel.
I agree. You can bring back. Any other character is easier to come back than Enel, just because he went to the freaking moon. Kuro is easy.
Don Krieg.
He brought back Don Krieg in them already. They're just working on the Blackbeard. For Enel and what he is, his attitude, his mindset, he's not just going to come back and work on the Blackbeard. Like, he's going to come back, he's going to want the world. And he's not going to come back until he's confident that he can conquer the world, right? And so, and then with him already knowing about, like, what's the strength that comes from the Blue Sea, you would assume there'd be some training and he'll be ready and prepared. But then, what is he going after? Does he have people with him? Is he gonna recruit a bunch of crew members? Like, is he now going after the One Piece? Did he find out about that over on the moon? So it's like that feels like it's gonna need so much setup. It's like, why even bring back Enel?
That's like its own arc. You know what I mean?
That's why it could be something that happens later down, because I don't remember. Do you
what
know
about
how
a
old
movie?
Enel is? A movie would be great, but then that's like
Film Moon.
How old is Enel?
Guess
40 something.
I think he's 30.
He's 39.
39. Okay, perfect. Yeah, 39.
Yeah. So it's like he's not old. He's a young guy relatively. So there's still a lot of time for him. So it could be after One Piece ends.
After One Piece ends, he's like the next main villain for like Two Piece.
I think the perfect main villain for the after One Piece ends, again, considering how old they are, it would be like Doflamingo and S Flamingo.
Yeah. Something like that.
That would be.
So something like that.
Yeah, one of those guys. Like, just because of S Flamingo, the potential there, and Doflamingo still being, I think he's like 40. It's just, after One Piece ends, a 20-year skip or whatever, it's a lot of time you have to play with.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I really do like the Enel route for like a movie. Because, it's all like self-encapsulated. Like, Enel doesn't have to come back into the story. Just have him come back in a movie where he's like, drop like a hint about like ancient weapons. Because Enel knows something from being on the moon and seeing the hieroglyphics. So just like how we figured out that Shanks was a Figarland through film Red, maybe we get something like that with Enel. Like, like Uranus, Pluton, that thing? And then he just drops like a one-liner that makes us think a little bit, or, Oda teases us, and then that's like the main canon takeaway. But Enel himself is just,
depends on what
still
you do
somewhere
with
in
it,
space.
honestly.
Yeah.
Because if it's not canon, then I think it's really okay. But if you try to include like some canon elements, like, this is after Elbaph and they're sailing along and then they get caught in the mist and the mist transports them somewhere else, and and if you try to do the thing where you drop some canon info, it could be weird. But I think a movie makes a lot more sense. But it's like that doesn't fulfill what we want from Enel necessarily. Whereas like people want him to be a canon. I think people want him to come back and have like Haki and give him an actual shot as a pirate on the Blue Sea, just to see how he would fare against the other guys. Because I think people felt like he kind of got dealt a bad hand because he went up against his natural enemy, and he would do so much better against everybody else. And so people just want him to have a fair shot. And I agree, but it's just how much stronger are we making Enel considering like the monsters that we have on the seas now? So
yeah, Enel's a weird one. Like you said, if he comes back, he's gonna need so much time. He's gonna eat up that screen time, man. So if he comes back, in my opinion, what I can kind of see happening is that he comes back for like a final fight. Maybe, I don't know, Luffy's fighting somebody, Luffy's about to beat him, and then Enel comes in and gets the final shot, then he leaves.
He's just so
flies
strong,
away.
and he's such a dominant personality. It's just like it's almost like Dofi. Like you keep Dofi secluded in jail just because he's such a he attracts so much attention. It's just like, yo, we need to have this guy here. And I think for Oda, he's okay having Enel kind of separate from everybody else, but eventually, you know, somebody he can bring back and have fun with.
Yeah.
For sure.
100%. I mean, now that we figured out that this silhouette is 100% not Enel,
Yeah.
you brought up an interesting idea.
What's that?
This silhouette is actually a time-skipped kid, because time flows differently here in Elbaph. And you said you loved that idea. You cooked it up. You said you had like a couple of videos coming out about this. So how do you, like, so if it's Kid, like, how much stronger do you think he is? Because you said he could be like the actual sun god Jika, right?
The damned one, Jika.
The damned one. Yeah. I mean, this meme always comes back. I mean, I love Kid personally. I would love to see him, you know, make a comeback resurgence. And, you know, it looks like you're heralding this theory on your back.
Okay.
You got like the Whitebeard logo tattooed on your back. I think you have a Kid tattoo, right?
I think we should slow it down. I think we should slow down a little bit. I'm not saying that this is 100% certainty. I floated the idea of Kid. This goes back to how you felt about time in Elbaph, right? So you felt like
which
time,
I think is a common theory. I said, hey, time might be a little bit weird, guys. And then Braga said, ooh, Kid.
And I said, how long has Kid been in
Kid's
Elbaph?
getting time skip. Yeah. You said,
and you're like,
how much stronger do you think Kid is now?
You said, well, she probably's been here for 6 weeks. I was like, okay, if he's been here for 6 weeks, then at that point, if time is flowing differently in Elbaph than the regular world, then Kid's been here for 6 years. So then this guy that we see, Kid, the person that we see coming back, that could be a way for Oda to reintroduce him into the story, but he had a time skip and he'd be formidable
you said
again.
he would be stronger than Luffy.
No, he won't be stronger than Luffy. I don't think Kid will ever be stronger than Luffy.
I don't think so either. So that's why I thought it was so insane when you brought up that idea and said that.
I don't think Kid will ever be stronger than Luffy, but I do think if time flows differently in Elbaph, that's a perfect scenario for Oda to give Kid, for him to come back as a formidable opponent to not accomplish anything.
What if when he said, come on then, he was actually waiting for Shanks to come back?
He's ready now. He learned how to hurt Kaido.
Yeah, he finally learned Ryuo.
He finally learned it. So like now he's like, he wants Kaido again. He's like, come on, I'm ready now.
Yeah, he mastered Conqueror's Haki. He knows what that's like, which I remember somebody's been posting clips on Twitter, like the Conqueror's Haki Kid used in Wano that the anime added in. He looked at somebody and then they had like the impact waves but no lightning, and then the guy didn't even pass out.
The guy like blinked. He was like... I was like, why would you do this?
They said, why'd you do that to Kid? Why'd you do it to Kid?
I was like, why'd you do that? Like, it's something I brought up when it happened. I think I made a short about it. I don't know. But it was like, the guy, Kid used, it looked like Conqueror's Haki. Right? But it was like
Conqueror's
yellow.
Haki, but without the lightning.
But it was like yellow. It wasn't even red, you know? And it was like, and the guy just like blinked at it and he wasn't even knocked out. It was like, bro, what are we doing? Why would we even do this? What is this?
People said it was so like stink lines coming out of Kid's eyes.
Bro, it's so weird. I'm like, what is this? What was the point of this? What were you trying to accomplish? It was just embarrassing. It was just so embarrassing.
And it's an anime-only scene. They could have at least given him Conqueror's Haki in the anime-only scene.
Like Zoro's anime-only scene. I don't know if people remember Zoro's anime-only scene. But like a guy flies up like 20 feet in the air and then he fucking like passes out. It's like insane. Like he like
but to be fair, Zoro had another scene where he quote activated Conqueror's Haki filler, and the guy looked at Zoro, flinched, and then put his arm around Zoro and gave him a beer. And they were just buddies.
Okay,
dude,
because
Toei was wild during Onigashima.
Zoro, he has different levels, right? Can you remember when Zoro?
Yeah, different levels of Haki, huh?
Remember Monet? Like he just intimidated Monet. He didn't knock her out, you know. She was frozen.
Did Zoro even know what he was doing there?
No, but I don't think he knew what he was doing in like in Wano either.
Yeah, so how can you make the argument that there's different levels if Zoro can't control the levels and he doesn't know he has them?
Bro.
Oh yeah, he wasn't mad when the guy was like hugging him.
No, it was just a little taste, like,
Don't
touch me.
That's so funny, dude.
So the don't touch me
somebody
versus
called it by Haki.
that. Hey, I like it. And in the Monet, that was like, yo, chill out, Haki.
That's hilarious.
So you know, he's just
chill out,
different.
Haki.
That's it. That's why she couldn't move.
Toei was having fun, bro. That was so hilarious.
They hate Kid, bro. It's all good.
They hate Kid. I don't know why, man. What do you do?
He's just not Luffy, and he's obnoxious. Somebody said this. I forgot who said it. I'm gonna say I said it, but they said Kid. The difference between Luffy and Kid is that Luffy makes friends and Kid makes enemies.
He even made enemies. He broke the fourth wall, just like Gear 5th Luffy. And even the Toei animators hate him.
Exactly. They hate him. They hate Sanji.
Oh, did you see that? That Law is getting the next light novel.
I did see that. I was
like the Curse of the.
How did you feel about it? Because I didn't feel like we need any more Law stuff.
Yeah, no, I don't want any more Law stuff either. I mean, I think it'll be interesting to see like how he got his cursed sword, his name blade. It is graded as well. I mean, it's an important blade. I mean, but Law doesn't.
Law doesn't need any more focus.
Yeah, I feel like he has enough.
How can you give Law a novel and Kid get an SBS write-up?
I mean, I'm happy with more like One Piece content in general, but it's like out of everybody, you pick Kid.
What I like
not
with
Kid,
that,
but Law.
what Naruto did too, where fans had to vote on it. I don't know if you remember that. Where they had to vote on who would get a one shot. Who
won? It was Sasuke, right? Because Sasuke has the one shots.
It was a new one. I believe
who won?
Minato won.
Oh, yeah. He also had one shots, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I believe Minato won, and then also the White Fang was in contention.
Yeah.
I forget exactly, but it was like, of course Itachi was in contention, but Itachi already had stuff. But I believe Minato won. I believe. But like the fans voted on who the character that should get it, and I think it should be. I feel like it'll be overwhelming, and it's something that Oda knows. Like people, Garp would be up there, Roger would be up there.
Why even ask, right? Because those are things that Oda will do later.
Yeah, so it's like I'm not even gonna ask you what you want in regards to one shots, because we know you're gonna say a bunch of stuff that I can't show you right now anyway. So.
Oh, maybe the reason why it's not a Kid one shot is because Oda's gonna bring him back.
What do you mean? You don't think he's bringing Law back?
I mean, he's gonna bring Law back. I mean, yeah, they're both gonna come back. I mean, it's One Piece, right? They're right. Important characters. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I mean, the one shots aren't even written by Oda, right?
I believe Oda supervises.
It's written by his assistants.
Doesn't he supervise or something?
He supervises it, but it's written by his assistants. It's kind of like the Ace novels, where it's like it has canon elements to it, but it isn't written by Oda.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It would be amazing if Oda could write it, though. Especially for the characters that we like, that we love.
Oh, for sure. Sure.
You know.
Yeah, fun times, man. Whether he has a gas mask, whether it's Scopper, Shiki, Brago's all in on, time skip Kid. It could even be a brand new character, which we talked about it, but I don't know if I'd be disappointed if it was a brand new character.
If the character's cool and does stuff, it's not gonna matter.
Yeah, but if it's like a Sukiyaki type of character, it's like, Yeah,
we
I don't know.
We wouldn't like that very much.
Yeah, like with how much he doesn't even get focused, so I can't say that. But with how ominous this person is, like alongside the Bragman message, like he seems like he's going to be a key character here in Elbaph. Like, so he can't be nothing.
He's not gonna be nothing, but I think people were like banking on nostalgia a little bit
with the Shiki thing.
Yeah, and even for Scopper, they were like using Roger and some of those feelings with it. So that's what
the hard thing is like with Scopper, and I'd even extend it to Shiki as well. Like, these are characters we're eventually going to have to hear about. Like, it's going to happen 100%. It's just a matter of when, right? I think that's why people, they see this silhouette that could fit both Shiki and Scopper, and they want it to be them. And I think that's a very fine mindset. Scopper, yeah. I think Scopper is one of those characters that we will meet by the end of the series. I think that's like guaranteed. It doesn't have to be like a prominent thing like Rayleigh was. I think just like a simple passing by, like, hey, like maybe he drops like a one-liner, like, oh, you look good in a straw hat. Just something simple. Like, oh, maybe. You're the guy Roger's waiting for. My captain's waiting for you.
Cute. I can.
Yeah,
Okay.
just a cute little line.
I can.
It doesn't have to be like a Rayleigh thing where it's like, Boa, let me save you from Blackbeard. Oh, let me break out of prison. Oh, let me,
Nothing too
I'm a
crazy.
gambling addict. Yeah, it doesn't have to be like a whole song and dance. Scopper can just be like a 1 or 2 chapter thing, and that's it.
Okay.
Like, hey, you got the poneglyph rubbings? Good job, man. One more.
Okay, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
And I mean, the same thing with Shiki, right? I mean, like I said, this could be Shiki, doesn't have to be, but I think we will get at least one thing with Shiki. Kind of like how they dropped the Wang Ji, right? Oh, Wang Ji was defeated at Rocky Port, and then we never see the guy. Maybe he does the same thing with Shiki just to explain where he's been, because like you said, he is canon. Shiki said he'll come back in 20 years. Never seen it yet in the canon story. It's a weird thing with Strong World, but I feel like if this isn't Shiki, we will just get like a one-off note, like, oh, by the way, Shiki, he's been on vacation. He's in Impel Down, I think, or something.
Yeah.
Level 7. Yeah, that's why we didn't see him when we were there.
I guess so. I mean, if it's Shiki, I hope Shiki comes back. I'm excited for Shiki. I like Shiki. I think Shiki's good for the story. He's like everybody can't be the hero, right? Everybody can't be the main character, and Shiki, for what he stands for, I think it'd be great. And if he has enough cachet and strength to be a real threat, he didn't get his just due, I think, in Strong World in that movie, because Luffy beat him, and that was ridiculous. So that he beat him
he beat him with an attack called El Thor.
El Thor. Yeah.
Hey, we're in Norse territory now. Maybe
Oda
Thor takes him down one more time.
Oda could do that and like do a little cute thing there. So I like Shiki. Shiki's my favorite, then Scopper, then the third character if he's important, the man scarred by fire. I don't know, but it'll be nice.
Yeah, I mean, and then plus like one last thing with Shiki, and then we'll end off here too. But we got that stupid looking bear in the background.
Yeah, I forgot about the bear.
Yeah, that fat loser's just in the background watching Shiki walk by. And it's like, in Strong World, there are a bunch of bears as well, like big grizzly bears. And there's like big animals. And people have been pointing out that a lot of the animals we've seen here in Elbaph, they look almost 1-to-1 with the Strong World animals. And the Strong World animals had kind of unique designs, like the elk we saw last chapter. There's like a giant barracuda fish that was flying by the Straw Hat ship. So
Oda's telling us things.
Yeah, it could be a lot of hints here. I think things do point towards Shiki, but we can never be 100%.
Does the bear have a cloak on?
No, I think that's just like his winter coat. The guy's preparing for a long nap. Which hibernation, like bears don't sleep all the way through, right? They just like sit in a cave or something.
I'm not sure. I never did the lore on the hibernation. I always thought it just like were knocked out all winter.
Bears don't truly hibernate. They enter a similar state called torpor. Torpor. Yes, it's a deep sleep where their heart rate and breathing slows down. So they do hibernate, essentially. I mean, I don't know why Google just lied to me like that.
Yeah, it's basically, it's just, I guess it's mental. This is the mental.
A mental sleep? Like when people meditate in real life?
Yeah. It says torpor can last for days to weeks. It says like hibernation, or it can be a shorter period.
Would you ever go into torpor?
Does it preserve like my life?
I guess so, yeah. Like every time you torpor, like it adds time at the end of your lifespan.
Yeah, they're not torpor every now and again. Like, or like, let's say you're, because I'm assuming they do that. What do they preserve? They're preserving energy. Like if say you're lost, lost in the woods or something, and you have to preserve energy, then torporing would be the best way, right? To kind of make sure that you get out of there. Yeah, it's not torpor. For sure.
I torpor. I just feel like you'd miss out. You'd miss out on so much, though.
What do you mean?
Like Red One, the Christmas movie from Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Are you sponsored?
If you torpor, it's gonna be out of theaters, man. You're gonna miss your chance to watch Red One.
I feel like you Loki.
The best Christmas movie of 2024. Have you seen it? Yeah, I've seen it. It's a good movie.
Okay.
They set up like a multiverse, man.
So it's like, so is it gonna change more things than Black Adam, based off of your assessment?
Maybe there's like an Easter Bunny movie on the way. I mean, The Rock did say that Red One is comparable to Oppenheimer in terms of sheer magnitude.
He's out of his mind. I do think I don't know if they made it already, but I feel like a Christmas movie with Santa being evil would be like a horror movie. No, like a horror movie. Like, can you imagine?
I think there has been.
Like with Santa Claus, because he can come down your chimney and like he knows where everybody lives. He knows if you've been good or not. And so like it could be a situation where like if you believe in Santa, like he probably like has like a bunch of people that he kills just during the Christmas time.
Oh, there is one. It's called Violent Night.
Violent Night. When did that come out? It has to be asked because I've never heard about it.
6.7 on IMDb. It's not like the worst.
No, I'm looking at it. This is too like realistic. No, like
you want like a mystical magic monster?
Not monster, but kind of like Freddy Krueger. You know.
I mean, what about like Krampus? Do you count the Krampus movies?
What is that?
Krampus is like a scary, hairy Santa Claus. And I mean,
I'm
like,
looking at it now.
Yeah. Typically, when people think of like an evil Santa Claus, they think of Krampus.
I've never seen that. That's interesting. But
really,
yeah. Something where it's just like Santa is like it's like a flip on in this town. Maybe like regularly people believe in Santa, but like this family, they're trying to go to like their in-laws or something for the holidays, and like the dad is like, I don't believe in Christmas, and he's like, why don't you believe in Christmas? Because where I grew up, we couldn't believe in Santa Claus. And then they go back and the mom's like, oh, don't worry about it, we believe in Santa Claus. And then the shit just turns awry when they go to this fucking small town because Santa Claus is like evil. Yeah,
it sounds like you've been sitting on this idea for a while.
I just made it up. I really just thought about it. Well, I think it do
that's
well.
how easy it is to like shit out these horror movies, man. Like,
yeah, it's nothing.
It's nothing. Like, we could make a bajillion of these movies. It's so damn easy.
Yeah, it's just like in this small town, just like you can't believe in Santa. It's kind of like Candyman, you know?
Oh,
so like,
Candyman
so like,
was okay.
They go to like a diner, they walk in, and you know, just like the door closes and it's like a bell, and everybody's in there just looking at them. Everybody's kind of dreary, and then she's like, "Can I get a coffee?" And the daughter's in there with her, and the daughter's like, "Mom, when can I see Santa Claus?" And everybody's like, "Oh, get out of the diner."
Oh yeah, and then maybe the reason why the dad didn't believe in Santa Claus or doesn't want to is because we have like repressed memories from the dad that he unlocks via like therapy or like some stupid side story, and we come to find out that his family was murdered by Santa Claus.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then because he goes back to the town, that's when he starts to remember everything.
Yeah, 100%. And then the trailer could have the therapist be like, "So John, why do you not like Santa? Like, what is it about Christmas that brings out the worst in you?" And then the whole movie could do this like cat and mouse thing where it's like, it makes you think it's Santa Claus, but also it makes you think that the dad is just crazy. And then the final plot twist is that no, it's actually evil Claus. He's real.
Or maybe the plot twist was the dad was this evil Santa Claus.
Oh yeah, like maybe he became Santa Claus after
like
the other Santa Claus killed his family.
Yeah. After they thought they killed the other Santa Claus, the dad is now he's the evil Santa Claus.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, a good horror movie, Smile.
I've never seen that.
Really? Smile 2 is out in theaters. It has good ratings.
Is it good?
It's not bad. You like smile and then you die or something. I think that's like the premise.
I see. Wait, don't they have 2 movies like that?
Oh yeah, there's Smile 1 and then Smile 2. Yeah, the sequel just came out.
No, like it's not. One was Smile and one was something else. I feel like there are 2 like movies that were like
Smile adjacent.
Yes, where you're kind of forced to smile or something like that.
Smiling horror movies. Let me see. No, I don't see anything else.
Because I remember Smile, then there was something else like that.
I really enjoy Smile because I think the monster design is like really well done. So that's why I recommend it.
Okay, so tell me about the premise of Smile really quick.
In Smile, I might be like misremembering this because I haven't watched the second one yet, and I watched the first one when it came out. There's a demon that possesses you, and what it does is it goes to you and it smiles and it kills itself. And if you watch the process of this, you now become possessed, and then it's like a STD demon. It passes itself on from one person to another, and it just smiles, and then it like takes over your body after you watch it do its like ritual.
Now he's gonna kill me because there's another movie where like the people are smiling before they die.
Truth or Dare?
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Oh, that movie was awful. Yeah, you're thinking of Truth or Dare.
Yeah, that's the one I saw.
Yeah, because like, the demon takes over people, and I think it has like the same actor too.
Yeah, and they smiled before, like the demon was smiling. That's the one I saw. Okay.
Yeah. The crazy smile. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Yep. Okay. All right.
Yeah, Truth or Dare was not a good movie though.
It wasn't. I saw it. It was not good.
It was awful. I think I watched it on like Discord at some point. And I was like, yeah, this is a waste of time.
On Discord, you hosted like a Discord event?
Yeah, I used to do like Discord movie parties.
What happened?
Takes a lot of time, man. Like movies are long, dude.
Yeah, I know.
And then getting like a bunch of people together for like a little event, getting popcorn. It's like, yeah, this is too much.
Yeah, I mean, I get you.
It's fun though.
I think I'm gonna have a movie night for when I drop my Santa Claus film.
Yeah, it could be like a homegrown film. We need to do like what RDC does, like little skits.
Little skit?
Yeah,
I like that. Okay.
That's fun, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the name of my film, my Santa Claus film.
Yeah, I mean, you got to capitalize. I mean, Christmas is like around the corner.
Ho, ho, ho.
What do you? I mean, are there gonna be like hoes there? Or like, is it like a family-friendly movie?
I mean, no, it's definitely gonna be like some below average looking sex and titties.
Oh yeah, ho 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 is good. I feel like that might have been used already though. That's such an obvious one.
What's like a Christmas saying that could be creepy?
Silent Night.
He sees when you're sleeping.
He sees when you're sleeping. Maybe like the naughty list.
That sounds like a porn.
It does. You're on the naughty list. A creepy Christmas
He sees you when you're
saying.
sleeping.
That's a long one though. That's like a long title.
Yeah, long titles don't perform well. The Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Okay, fair. But like, think of like modern movies though. Like there's Wicked, Barbie, Oppenheimer.
That's the problem. We need to bring back the movies
Joker
with the real
2.
names,
I mean, I think I listed like a bunch of flops just there too, but
Well, then you got
John Wick 4, John Wick 3, John Wick 2.
Yeah, what was the one? Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events?
Yeah, I never liked that movie because it just had a long title. I never watched them, but
yeah, they were good. You ever seen The Prestige?
The Prestige? I think I have. Let me see.
This is a good movie, so I don't think you have.
Oh, The Prestige? No, I didn't look that good.
Guys.
A good movie. I think it features Jake Gyllenhaal. It's the one where like Wolverine is in there too.
It features Jake Gyllenhaal?
Is Jake Gyllenhaal in the Wolverine guy?
Hugh Jackman?
Hugh Jackman. Yeah. What movie? Prisoners. Yeah, Prisoners is a really good movie. There we go.
Prisoners. What's that?
Prisoners 2013. Jake Gyllenhaal's like an FBI detective, and then Hugh Jackman has his daughter kidnapped. And they
I feel like I've seen that. I never finished it.
Who the kidnapper is.
I never finished it. I feel like seeing Hugh Jackman in that role, it was just like, come on, bro, you're Wolverine. Go do something.
Yeah, I mean, he does do something. I mean, he's very Wolverine-like in the movie.
I was like, yeah. Well, maybe I got to give it another shot. But
I think you do.
I don't know. I doubt it's better than Prestige, though, but I get you.
I mean, The Prestige seems like an okay movie based on the images.
You should watch it. You watch Prestige and I'll watch Prisoners, and then we'll
meet in the middle.
Yeah,
you need to finish Arcane first. I mean, you need to finish Arcane. You need to finish Oshinoko. You're so behind, man.
I'm finishing Arcane tonight.
All 6 episodes. You're gonna go and finish them.
All 6.
You're gonna have fun, man. The last 6 are great. I love Arcane, but then again, I'm a League of Legends player, so.
Okay. Yeah, I don't play League.
It's probably
who's your favorite Arcane character? If you can say it right now.
Caitlyn. I've always been a big Caitlyn fan.
Okay.
Caitlyn's my number one through and through.
Okay.
I'm a solid Caitlyn defender.
I'm a Jinx guy, so
yeah, Jinx is cool. I think she's just too crazy.
I like crazy.
I like order, stability.
Elitist.
Yeah,
topside. Team topside over here.
I thought about it. I was like, man, I just, I look like I'd belong in Zon, but let me tell you, I'm built over at the heart of it. Here. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, give me I'm a Zonite all day.
So funny hear you say that. You see, after Arcane, they said they're working on 3 separate regions afterwards. They're already like in production.
Makes sense considering the success of it, but I heard it was like Arcane.
Yeah.
The cost to produce was like insane.
Yeah, it's an insane cost, but apparently like they made their money back. So
yeah, I mean it
worked out.
I think it was like top 10. I saw it was like top 10 last week. So
yeah, it's like based on one of the world's most popular video games. So yeah, it fits. It tracks.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, I mean, we got so far away from One Piece, huh?
Yeah, but
it happens.
That's what these are.
Yeah, I think people know at this point, right? Like, you know what you signed up for.
You know we're not going to talk much about One Piece, guys. That's just to pull you in.
We gotcha.
That's just to pull you in. And then all of a sudden, your phone is down and you're listening to it and you're like, fuck it. Let's just see what they talk about today.
Yeah. Like, I like to imagine they're like in the car, like showering or something. It's playing in the background. And like, damn it, they stopped talking about One Piece, but I can't turn it off.
Yeah, like, fuck, they keep skipping forward and it's like, who the fuck?
When did they go back?
Cry.
Who's the silhouette?
Smile to the... What are they talking about?
Arcane?
Then we start talking about Age of Adeline and they're like, hold on, go back to that. Go back to that. I like that movie. What is Sai talking about?
Yeah, I mean, I think our last collab, we talked about anime for 30 minutes. Not even One Piece.
I know. But I saw the comments and people were like...
People liked it.
Yeah, some people were like, damn, Sai, I can't believe you. And then some people was like, no, Sai, I agree with you.
Yeah, some people, dude, there's a lot of people who don't like Hunter x Hunter out there and Full Metal Alchemist, and they're afraid to voice their opinion because they know it's not the norm.
They should.
So when they see me come out and say it, they're like, oh, like if Sai's saying it, I agree.
So it's like, oh, you know what?
No, it should not say that way. I feel like Hunter x Hunter haters come out.
I feel like if I had a dream job, it would be like to personally take out all the people that hate Hunter x Hunter around the world. When I say take out, it's just like, like take their lunch out of the fridge or something that day. Nothing too crazy.
Wait, as a kid, what was your dream job? The last thing, and then we'll end it here. What was your dream job growing up as a kid? Because I remember mine.
I think I wanted to be an artist or a veterinarian.
Oh, yeah, you like helping animals and stuff?
A veterinarian. That's how you say it, right?
Yeah. You got it.
How do you say it?
Veterinarian.
Okay.
Yeah, I put like emphasis on the T because I feel like my
on the T.
Yeah.
Like you want to make sure you get the T.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to like mispronounce it or something.
Don't want to forget the T at all. You're like, I want to make sure the T knows I value him. Veterinarian. I gotcha.
Yeah, that's sweet. Artist and veterinarian. That's not bad.
Yeah, artist, veterinarian, and then like I think as you got older, well, when you were younger, everybody wanted to be a doctor and shit. So it's like that somehow that snuck in there, but it was like artist and a vet.
Man, my parents wanted me to be a doctor, but I think it's like the Asian stereotype, right? Like, I'll grow up be doctor. Like, man.
Yeah, like
I personally wanted to be an assassin.
Like a ninja.
No, just like an assassin. I always thought it'd be so cool to be like a government assassin for some reason. Like growing up as a kid, like I was like, I think like 6 or 7 years old. I just thought it was like the coolest job ever. But I mean, it doesn't really exist. So when I went to college, I mean, I already talked about this a long time ago, but I initially went to be like a FBI agent.
Why'd you stop?
I got arrested, dude. That put like a real damper on all of it.
You got arrested trying to be an FBI agent.
No, like dude, I was doing stuff on the side. I was in college at the time, so yeah, I got arrested for a little bit.
Okay.
Or at least, and then went on my record, and then it was like a whole thing.
So you can't like be an FBI agent if you just got a little record?
Not what I wanted to be. I had I had a specialization. so it wasn't possible at that point. So I pivoted, and then my next best thing was I wanted to be like a video game programmer. But programming kind of sucked the life out of me, and I did that for college for 3 years. Got to like senior year, and I was like, yeah, college isn't for me. So I skipped out, and here I am. So I found love in just working at a restaurant. So I thought that was a lot of fun. So now I just want to own a little coffee shop when I retire.
So you're like Carmi?
Kind of, yeah. But I mean, like less stressful though. The coffee shops are like way, less intense. Opening up a coffee shop in 2024, horrible time to do it. I feel like there's so much oversaturation in the market. People don't exactly walk around anymore. Yeah, small town or like really busy mall or street or something.
Yeah, it has to be like where you're the go-to, where it's like a local, just like, oh, the coffee's here and it's better than anywhere else. That has to be what it is.
Yeah, but I think Tokyo Ghoul might have inspired that too, just the whole coffee shop thing.
I love the coffee shop theme in Tokyo Ghoul. That's one of the things I really did enjoy. Man. A coffee shop sounds fun. Well, for me, it would be a frozen yogurt shop.
You do frozen yogurt?
Yeah, I do frozen yogurt. But it wouldn't just be frozen yogurt. It'd have like other shit, but like frozen yogurt would be the main thing. It's because I really love frozen yogurt.
Damn. Frozen yogurt's not bad. I mean, I've really gotten into like concretes recently.
Concretes?
Yeah. Concretes are like it's like a form of like ice cream frozen yogurt. Yeah.
Oh, I never had that.
It's really good. I have an Andy's here in Oklahoma. Andy's frozen custard, and I go over there. A concrete is just frozen custard.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just go there. I get like a triple chocolate or snow monster, and it's like Oreos and chocolate chip, and it's freaking delicious.
So you a chocolate over vanilla guy?
I would say so. I like vanilla, but like just hints of it here and there. I like chocolate.
Yeah, I'm a French vanilla guy.
French vanilla?
Yeah.
Oh, French vanilla is good. Oh man, I remember like as a kid, I would like go to McDonald's, get French vanilla ice cream, and like dip French fries in it.
Yeah, I don't like regular vanilla. French vanilla.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. Those French, man, that's like their one big contribution to the world, man. They cooked.
They know what they're doing. French fries, but they say French fries not from France.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it has a different name too. It's like pommes frites, right?
I think so.
Yeah, it's also called pommes frites.
So what's France's biggest like addition to the world?
What is France's biggest contribution to the world? I'm Googling it right now. Let me see. Their biggest contribution, according to AI and Google.
Is it Mbappe?
Maybe. No, it just says inventions like the modern parachute.
Bro, how many people fucking use a parachute? But I guess it's really important.
Yeah,
like
parachute, stethoscope, a parachute and is pasteurization.
It's like a spoon, Like it's not important until you need it.
Funny enough, I only use a spoon. I rarely use forks. I don't like forks.
Well, spoons are better than forks in general. But
yeah.
I don't know. If I have it, I use it. I haven't banned forks from my life.
Yeah. I mean, I use spoons a lot. I'm a rice muncher, so I just.
So spoons makes. I mean, you can eat rice with forks.
Yeah, but it doesn't make as much sense, right?
I mean, depends on how old you are, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you pick up more things with a spoon. It's more efficient. That's like saying, oh, you're going to the grocery store. Are you walking or are you driving? It's like, I'm gonna drive, dude.
How far is the grocery store? I'm using a spoon.
It's far.
I mean, sometimes. Are you just getting some chips or like some milk?
Yeah. So I'm gonna drive there, or take a bus or something.
What if like you live in an apartment and where downstairs is like a Kroger or like a Whole Foods? Then
I'd walk. I mean, but the fork and spoon analogy, like it's so far apart though.
Because I think only thing the fork can't do is like soup, Yeah,
I mean it can still pick up soup, but just not a lot. It's like spoons versus forks
like,
again.
How do you eat like steak and stuff?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, that's when I use a fork and a knife.
Interesting.
I mean, also like ideally I'd cut it up and just put it in a bowl, and I could use a spoon for that too.
You could.
Yeah, theoretically.
I just don't like the stain on the fork's name. Like it didn't ask to be here.
What about a spork?
I think
like
that's
a hybrid.
It's
cursed, huh?
It's like the best of both worlds, but it's also non-committal. Like pick one.
And it's ugly.
It's ugly as hell. So just pick one.
It's so ugly.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the bear in that Shiki panel.
Just random. Why is it here?
Yeah, kill him, dude.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean, you know what I just thought about too?
What's that?
In Roto's Playhouse, he had a bunch of gods, right? One of them was the Needle God. What if this guy's just the Needle God? Because look at his back. He's like a hedgehog, right?
Just walking upright with a hat?
Well, like a human hedgehog. Like, what if the Rabbit God and Ear God and Needle God and all these guys, what if they're based on like human animal hybrids? Like this is the land of not like the minx per se, but like okay, yeah, maybe like the minx but less hairy. Like Hedgehog Man, like Sonic the Hedgehog.
I mean, sure.
I think I'm just tired at this point.
I think so.
Yeah, we're just we're just rambling now. Okay, so with that being said though, Brago, thank you for being here. I really freaking appreciate it, man. We will be back probably next week when 11:33 comes out, because there is no break. 11:33, 11:33. Good chapter coming up. Hopefully we get more of this guy. Another silhouette maybe from a different angle. I would love that.
We're not gonna see this guy until next year, brother. It's over.
Yeah, maybe. We're never gonna see this guy again.
We're not gonna see this guy anytime soon, brother. Sorry.
Yeah. Who knows? But hopefully we got some good predictions in here. I mean, nothing super special, right? We said Shiki, we said Scopper, the two answers that everybody goes to. Brago really loves the Kid idea, but that's just how it is. He's a Kid fanboy. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Peace out, y'all.
Peace out.